West Australians in the northwest are under a red alert as Tropical Cyclone Damien edges closer to the state. Emily Evan joins me now live from the DFES State Operations Centre. Emily, gale-force winds and rain have already hit the Pilbara.
That's right, Danica. Tropical Cyclone Damien is expected to make a landfall near Dampier later today, but already the effects of this storm have been felt. Gale-force winds have been hitting the Pilbara region for much of today. Karratha has recorded wind gusts up to 137 kilometres an hour. Heavy rainfall has also been lashing most of the region as well. Now, Tropical Cyclone Damien was initially forecast to become a Category 4 cyclone. It's now expected to cross the WA coast as a severe Category 3 system, which authorities warn could still produce destructive winds and heavy rainfall. This storm could also cause some dangerous storm tides around coastal areas as well, which could lead to flooding and homes becoming inundated by water. Now, a red alert is currently in place for people living between Wim Creek and Marty. Locals there are being told to stay indoors in the strongest part of their home, keep away from doors and windows, and to not venture outside until authorities have given the all clear. The Department of Fire and Emergency Services is preparing for some damage to be caused by this storm to infrastructure in the region, but just how severe that damage will be won't be known until this storm passes and that red alert is lifted. Now, Danica, Tropical Cyclone Damien is the third to form off Australian waters so far this season, but it will be the first severe cyclone to cross this particular section of coastline since 2013.
Emily Evans live for us at DFES headquarters. Thank you for the update. And cyclone chasers are preparing to track Cyclone Damien as it barrels towards the West Australian coast. Chris Nitsopoulos spoke with Kenny Heatley from Sky News Weather.
It's pretty windy out here, as you can imagine.
Yeah, of course. Can you describe what's going on there and what it's looking like?
Yeah, so at the moment we're in a small lull, but in between that we're getting, wind gusts of up to and slightly over 100 kilometres an hour. I've measured one particular gust on a handheld anemometer up to about 101 kilometres an hour. So we get these little lulls and then we get this really intense bout of wind and rain that comes through, and then we get another lull. Those lulls are going to get fewer and further between, and we're going to get more of that intensity over the next, I think, half an hour. I can just see the sky right now. It's very, very dark coming in from the north and northeast.
Mate, this is expected to cross the coast as a Category 4 system potentially because it's still intensifying with wind gusts, possibly reaching 230 kilometres an hour. You've been chasing cyclones for about 9 years. 230 kilometres an hour. Can you describe what those sorts of winds do to the landscape?
Yeah, they strip vegetation off trees, and they can obviously take off any roofing and that might be slightly loose. Most brick structures, in fact, I've never seen a brick structure that hasn't survived it. So the brick structures will do okay, but it's those olden style homes that tend to really struggle to come up against those winds. The good news for Karratha, if there's a silver lining, Kenny, is that the system's moving quickly, so it's not going to be over them for very long.
Yeah, of course. Now, the flooding rain may be a bit of an issue as well as it moves towards the inland. And it's quite a small area. It's quite a small tropical cyclone as well compared to, say, the average.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're only now about 120 kilometres away from it, and we're only just starting to see that intensity ramping up now. So the one thing with this one is it's got a very big eye. Its eye is about 50 kilometres across in diameter, so that also extends those damaging winds away from the centre of circulation a bit further as well. So it just makes it appear as though it's a bit larger than it is.
Chris, we're seeing pictures of empty supermarket shelves and things like that. What sort of preparations have people been doing up there that you're visibly seeing on the ground?
Yeah, there was a lot of a flurry into the supermarkets in the last couple of days just before the cyclone hit in Karratha itself. Supermarkets I found were very well stocked though for water and for those real essential items. The Woolworths and the Coles, those major retailers were very well stocked for those sort of things, even despite the amount of people that wanted them.